if you're feeling my pain of seeing that athlete say to you, I want a cartwheel, round off, back tuck, whatever it might be, scorpion, bow and arrow, they want that particular skill. When it comes to doing skill assessments, or you're doing formations in routines, or you're checking ratios of skills, whatever it might be, and that athlete still doesn't have it, and the disappointment on their face, but then when you check in with them, if they've been doing the work, then the answer is no.
Hey, are you ready to open the next cheer chapter? I'm Allison with over 20 years in the cheerleading industry, and somehow I ended up as an author too. I'm here to give it to you straight. No fluff, useful tips, and all the quirks from life on the mat and in the books. Whether you're doing the laundry, driving, or just trying to survive, you're in the right place. So grab your coffee or your jug of water and let's turn the next page.
We're going to be taking a sneak peek look into book number 2 from the box set. That's from the Little Cheer Library box set, which is available as an author exclusive on the website. However, you can purchase this in paperback and hardcover from Amazon and all the big retailers. So this is going to be a deep dive into this story, where it came from, the dedication, and the characters. Now, it's called I Want That Skill. It's written by myself, Allison, and the illustrations are done by Nina McCoyany. And this one is called I Want That Skill because at the time that I was coaching, I used to hear that all the time at that particular time. And I think it is actually something you just come across all the time as a coach. You get those athletes that will want a particular skill, whatever it might be. They might have seen somebody else doing it, and they won't necessarily understand the work and the time, the dedication and the hours and the reps that need to go into getting that skill. So I wanted to write a story that would, hopefully, you'll have to let me know if it does, help those athletes that are just not getting that. It's not clicking, that they do need to put in the extra time to get to where they want to be. And that's hopefully what I've done with this book. Now, the other part of this book that was inspired is when I was writing this story, at that time I was coaching at a particular school, a primary school, and I had 2 sets of identical twins in the same team. And there's twins as the main characters in this book. And I ended up making bows for one of the sets of twins because I could not get their names right. Now I've coached them for a long time and I can tell them apart. They've changed over that time. But in the beginning, I don't remember athletes' names well on the best of days or get them right. I might remember them, but it comes out as something else. Anyway, that's what inspired this story, is the twins and the fact that throughout the 20 plus years that I've been coaching, it's definitely something that I will see. And you'll have to let me know if you do too. Just let me know if you're feeling my pain of seeing that athlete say to you, I want a cartwheel, round off, back tuck, whatever it might be, scorpion, bow and arrow. They want that particular skill. When it comes to doing skill assessments, or you're doing formations in routines, or you're checking ratios of skills, whatever it might be, and that athlete still doesn't have it, and the disappointment on their face, but then when you check in with them, if they've been doing the work, then the answer is no. So that's where this story is. The characters are twin girls. They are mixed race, and the illustrator's done an amazing job. As I've mentioned before in the videos, I really want children to be able to look at these books and just find people that they can relate to. I didn't want to have anything stereotypical in these books. I wanted to see all different shapes and varieties as they are in the cheerleading world, and really just encourage young children and for them to be able to see themselves, their friends, their family in these books. So the story is, there's going to be spoilers, just so you know, be aware. The story is that the twin girls, they really want to join a team where they need to have a back walkover. They're currently on a novice level team. They want to be on level 1 with their cousin Eric. Eric is actually was my granddad's name. So he passed before my son was born. And I wanted to put an Eric in my books because my granddad was a storyteller. And I feel like he's part of my author journey because he used to tell the best stories. He used to tell my cousin and I bedtime stories of little tiny Tommy Tucker, about a little boy that lived on a farm. So that was where Eric came from. And the girls really want to be on this team with their cousin Eric in level 1. And yeah, the Eric is definitely a nod and a bit of a dedication to my granddad for his inspiration, I think, in the way I think of stories and how he's probably inspired me, and I didn't even realize growing up as a child. And the twins really want that skill, right? So one of them really goes gun-ho for it. She goes home, she practices all the time, she's working on her stretches and her drills, and she's asking her sister to come and do it with her. And her sister's most of the time got excuses. She might join in sometimes, but most of the time she's hanging out with her friends. It's too cold, it's too hot, she's doing something, and she can't do her drills, right? So Myra ends up getting the back walkover. And I really wanted to include something else from our culture, not just as in cheer culture. And that's that when we celebrate athletes that get a skill, you know how we ring the bell? Some gyms will do other things. Usually gyms will stop, or programs will stop, and we'll clap on that athlete that has got that particular skill. Whatever it might be, it's such a common thing in our culture to do that. And I wanted to put that in here so that kids can see that and relate to it. So yeah, I love this page with our male coach. Love. So Myra gets the skill, and she gets it before they had planned to, which was the end of the season. Now, because Myra's got the skill, now Taffy's inspired because she wanted to have the skill and she wants to make the team as well. So now Taffy has to put in the hard work and catch up to where her sister is so they can both make the team. Eventually, at the end of the story, they do both make the team, and they're just living their best life and dreaming about all the things they're going to do. And that's the story, and that's where it came from. So I really hope, please let me know this has helped any put in some extra hard yards to get skills that they want to get, or if they understand, or even if they just enjoyed the story. Like, I want to hear from you anyway. Now we've got the spot the difference, again, inspired by my son. He loves to spot the difference at the end of games, and it gives you time to like chat about the story and the points of the story and connect over the book as a parent. And then also as a thank you to all of our adults for creating our young cheerleaders, and we've got the secret book club page. It does have the password on there for you to go ahead, add in your details and the password, and you'll get into the account for free. And there's hundreds of activity sheets in there. So there's the illustrations from this book for them to color in, there's word searches, there's dot to dots, all of those kind of things in there. And that really is a thank you to you all. And the dedication for this book is really, really special to me. These people are the ones that started my whole cheer career and introduced me to a world that I had never even considered I would be involved in. I didn't know anything about it, and now it's just been my life ever since, and that was from the age of 16. So I'll read it to you. This book is dedicated to two of the most inspirational, patient, kind, and wise people my teenage self could ever have wished for. Little did I know then that they wouldn't just introduce me to the cheerleading world, they would shape the course of the rest of my life. Tina and Ashley, you've touched the lives of so many people and continue to do so through your legacy of Teach to Teach. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the things I noticed then, all of the things I notice now, and all of the things I will come to realize in the future. A phrase that has always stayed with me and feels so fitting for this book is something you both taught me. There is no such word as can't. Sleep soundly, Ashley. Ashley sadly passed away a few years back. But Tina and Ashley were really a blessing in my life, and they really inspire and give me a lot of the fundamentals and core values of the way that I coach, the way that I run business, the way that I am with young people. A lot of it came from the youth work background. That's the Teach to Teach and passing on our knowledge to young people when empowering them. The no such word as can't was because you may not be able to do it right now, but with practice and determination, you will be able to. And that's something that they would get our athletes and us to say if we said we couldn't do the word can't. They were just phenomenal people that really put a lot of work into youth work and mentoring and doing a lot for the community. And I worked for them for 10 years and I'm forever grateful. We're now 20 something years deep and I'm still in cheer. And I was definitely not that child that you would expect to go down a cheerleading route or an author route, yet here I am. So I am forever grateful. Be sure to head over to thecheerleaderbookclub.com.
Thanks for sticking with me until the end of this chapter. I hope you found something useful or at the very least cracked a smile. If you want some more, dive into more episodes, grab one of my books or a freebie at thecheerleaderbookclub.com. Hit me up on socials at the Cheerleader Book Club, and if you have a wild topic you want to hear my take on, send it over. No, really, thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate you. And on that note, I will look forward to seeing you in the next Cheer chapter.